Hello, welcome. Okay. Hello, hi Andrew. How's it going tonight? I never know where to look. Hi, thanks for joining. Hello, hello. Doing just fine. The sunshine is helping. Okay, well, let's move over to the mat if you're not there already, and we'll get started right away tonight. And this flow is going to warm and open us up for some Parivrtta, Janu, Sirsasana. So a lot of side bending and solar plexus space is kind of where I've been thinking about this weekend. Yay, Josephine, hi. So let's get on to the mat. And starting in a seat. And taking the hands to the solar plexus, just below the rib cage, above the navel. Maybe resting one hand above the other or to both sides of that space, which you might consider your upper belly. And let's see if we can begin to move the breath like a wave from the low pelvic floor, low belly space, up through the center of the navel, into the hands during the inhale. And then following that wave downwards in that opposite order through the exhale. And allowing the softness here to translate to the lower back, the mid back, and behind your diaphragm, the back of the solar plexus. And maybe you have to exhale a few times from the mouth. And just allowing that space to soften in response. And then every following inhale, perhaps more expansion, more ease of inhalation, and a little bit more lightness and uplift. And just setting the tone for your evening, this practice, setting an intention if you'd like, or just sharing a couple more, or a couple words here with yourself for a couple more breaths. And then slowly moving on to your back, we'll come into a quick knees to chest or Apanasana, just to feel some of the downward weight. And just drawing your shins into whatever degree releases your low back to the floor and allows your outer hips to relax, hip crease. Maybe there's some tension there, just bring some acknowledgement to it and continue the breath right through the posture, right through the sensation. Following your next inhale, hold the breath in at capacity at the topmost point of your lungs. Hold it there for a count of 10. 9, relax the internal organs. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep softening. 2, 1, exhale from the mouth, a gentle ha. Fill up to capacity one more time. Holding the breath in for 10. Hand suspended lightly across your chest. Relax the internal organs. Take a swallow if you need to. No stress, no struggle. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press the breath out with a ha. And then let's take the legs up into the air. From here, just noticing if you're piking your legs and it's causing your tailbone to roll up off the mat, let's keep more of an away action with the thighs so that the back and the across the back of your sacrum is as stable there as possible. Bring your arms out to the side, and we'll just press into the big toes. Fire up the legs, thrusting the toes to the sky as if you could lift all the way up with your feet. And then once you have that connection, lift your bum off the floor and pivot at your waist, taking the hips to the right. And then we'll engage, we'll lift up, pivot the hips to the left, and just keep going with this. Up and over, right and left, turning at your waist. As much as possible, moving from the legs and the low belly. Try not to stress your neck. Take about 2 more each direction. Good, and then we're going to add on, as you pivot your hips to the right, extend your left leg out to the side. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and then we're going to lift and crunch into our right waist. From here, extend your left arm towards your left foot, and then we're going to reach the left arm back, stay lifted off the shoulder, and then towards the foot. And we're just going to keep slicing this arm back and forth for 8, 7, 6. Keep drawing the inner thighs towards each other. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment to lean back. Bring your legs together. Exhale, relax the tummy. And then pick up your hips, swivel them to the left. Take your right foot and press it away. Squeeze the inner thighs, a lot of engagement. Lift to your abdominals on the left side obliques. Reach your right arm over towards your right leg, and we're just going to carve it back and forth for 10 total. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep pushing the feet apart, 2, and 1. Come on to the back, bring your legs up through center, your hips center, bend your knees, exhale. Bring some movement there, side to side. And then let's rock back and forth. And as you rock, come up, cross your shins. We'll go both ways, so whichever shin is in front first, either rooting down and lifting your spine, or taking your tall spine and folding over your shins. Arms reach forward, lengthen out the breath. Sink into the sitting bones on the exhale. One more breath. Gently lift back up. Change the cross of the shins. Other way. Inhale from your tall spine. You can stay here or begin to fold that spine forward. The arms will then reach out. Keep lengthening the heart with the inhale. With the exhale, sink into your groins. One more breath. Lifting back up through the spine. Moving to downward facing dog in whatever way is exciting and makes sense for you. You can close the legs together, reach the hands forward. You might take a quick rock back and forth to make that happen with some momentum. That's where we'll be. Take a moment and connect with your hands. Notice your shoulders. Maybe take some rolls there. Just playing into the joints, elbows, gripping the fingers. And then as you get a sense of your arms, start to sense the spine in relation to the support of your hands. And the press of your palms. And then gently lifting the navel wide. Letting this just really light up and warm up for you. One more round of breath. And follow the exhale, start to lift your right heel to the sky. Feel the length from the right pointer finger all the way through the middle of the right arm, right waist, and through the center of your right leg. One more breath. And then release the right foot down. We'll lengthen the left heel up. And just feel the length. Just a simple hold here, three-legged dog. One more breath. Bottom of the exhale, downward facing dog. Propel yourself forward, high plank pose. Lift up the front body into the back body. Hug the sides. One more breath. And come down to the belly, however you like. Setting up for Cobra. Let's first notice the hands and what they're doing, pressing into the floor, maybe gently pressing away. Maybe you need to gently squeeze in. Feel the lift up through the bicep. Spread the collarbones. Start to notice the back body talking to you. Maybe there's a little movement to get out of the waist. One more breath. And exhale, relax down. Let's take one inhale up through Cobra. With the exhale, travel back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale and move. Bending the knees, looking to the hands, travel to the top of the mat. Go and pull the heart forward, and then fold over your thighs. Ragdoll or your Uttanasana. Take a few rounds of breath there. And hopefully the sound is good. Hi, Loretta, if you're watching. Hello, hello. Okay. One more breath and fold. Follow the exhale to press your feet, stand tall all the way upward, Bahastasana. From the top here, pressing your hands together if you can. Let your shoulders lift a little bit. And then let's pull the low ribs in. And then pull the collarbones wide. So it's like cow-cat from our feet, but very subtle. Pull the ribs in, lift the shoulders. And then pull the collarbones up, lean a little back. And we'll go that a few more times. One more round. We'll land in that more cow-like chest. Drop the tailbone, lift the inner knees. One more breath. And fold forward. Pull the heart through halfway. And travel to downward facing dog. Coming high to low plank. Feeling the hands catch and then press into your upward facing dog. Squeeze the glutes and inner legs. Push the toes, downward facing dog. Right leg comes to the sky. Step the foot between the hands. Left heel roots as we come up and reverse in the warrior. Triangle pose, lengthen out the right thigh, lean the heart forward, tap the hand down. One breath to lengthen through the top arm. And as we exhale, bend the right knee, plant the hands, travel to downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Step between the hands. Reverse the warrior. Plug your back heel, come up, tilt. And then set up for triangle. Sug the left thigh up, heart forward and down. Inhale through the top arm. Exhale to travel to downward facing dog. Upward facing or cobra. Lift the belly. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Right leg up. Knee to nose, step through again. Reverse the warrior. Up and back. Into triangle. Right thigh straight. Inhale. And then take it to the floor. Back to downward facing dog. Your vinyasa. Left leg lifts. Step it through. Reverse the warrior. Triangle pose. Long spine. Inhale through the top arm. And exhale, close it down. Flow it out. Upward facing or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg one more time. Bend the knee. This time lift and squeeze the heel. And then swing the foot to the hands. Come up, reverse warrior, we'll hold. Take the left hand behind the back. We're side bending into the left waist. And then turning the heart towards the ceiling, up to the right. One more breath. Lengthen your right thigh out. Triangle pose, about 6 breaths. Come open. And maybe your right hand floats, maybe it finds the outer ankle or the floor. Draw the thighs towards each other as you press the feet down. And lift the spine. One more breath. Follow it down to the floor. Take your pick of a flow. We'll meet downward facing dog. This time, as your left heel lifts, go ahead and bend the knee. Give the thigh a lift and a squeeze of the heel. And then swing it through the hands. Take your reverse warrior. Right hand might come behind the back. Side bending into the right waist, but rolling the heart up to the left. Lift the belly back. Try not to bowl it forwards. Press that left thigh. One more breath. Triangle pose. Want to lengthen things out. Reach the heart forward when you're ready. Hand inside or outside of the leg. If you have your big toe lock, you can take that version as well. Upward energy of your thighs. Meet the pelvis to the heart. Roll the ribs to the sky. Last breath. Follow to the floor. Take your travel to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, 5 breaths, maybe slightly shortening your stance and leaning into the back of your spine. So maybe just a very subtle cat like this. Spreading the sitting bones down towards the floor. Belly relaxed but supportive. One more breath. We'll bend the knees, look to the hands. We're going to travel right onto the back. So step or hop with crossed ankles and then roll back. Bring your heels in. Tuck your shoulder blades so they're securely on your back. We'll press into bridge and lower with control. Press up into bridge and lower with control. Next time you come up, maybe the arms rise overhead and by your hips as you come down. And just use this to catch a breath and move with breath. Finding that rhythm that slows the mind, brings you into present moment. Last 2. Draw your right foot in and over for half happy baby. Left knee can stay bent to the ceiling, or you might extend the left heel away. Find some pressure, foot into hand, hand down into foot. Draw the thigh close to your waist. One more breath. Take the second side. Extend your right leg or bend the knee. Catch the left foot. Half happy baby. One more breath. We'll extend both legs long. So if your right knee's bent, start to slide it out. Release that left leg and take it down. Go ahead and wag the heels and the feet. Let that rock all the way up through your spine for a moment. And then walk your heels over to the right. Nothing too dramatic here. And then reach your arms up and overhead. Catch opposite elbow clasp if you can. If not, just take your arms wide like a T. If you have your opposite elbow, let's lift up the ribs, turn to the right, and then lean back. Lift the left lung. Feel the rib cage, even up through that armpit. Perhaps there's a bit of a stretch here in your banana pose. Or maybe take your left ankle over your right ankle and press the feet together. One more breath. Unhook the ankles if you have that. Adjust your chest through the middle of your mat. Now bring the heels a bit over to the left, just creating an arch through your waist. And then we'll take the upper ribs and turn to the left, letting this right side now be a little dramatic, a little exposed. Few deep breaths there. Let the breath be somewhat puffy. Let it lift up through the armpit if you can. And let the exhale be really grounding and releasing. One more. Back through center. Draw your knees into your chest. And when you're ready, travel to downward facing dog. Add your vinyasa if you would like. And we'll meet here. Let's take a full breath. And let it go. As we rock forward, let's take the weight into the left hand actually, and drop the left heel down into side plank. Right arm reaches over the ear. From here, I want you to press so much that your ribs start to lift towards the ceiling, very similar to the pose we just made on our back. And then start to pull your right knee towards your chest. Catch the knee and bring it to the top of your mat, runner's lunge. From here, lift up and make a fist with your left hand. Just release that wrist for a moment. And then setting up extended side angle with the right hand on the outside of the right foot. Lift and turn your left heel down. Keep the thigh pressing towards the floor. Roll your heart open to the left. Take the left arm, swim it down, and then over the ear. Lift your heart a little more. It's reverse warrior. Come up, knee back, strong press of those feet. Back into your extended side angle. One more time on the right side. Hand to floor, ribs roll open. From here, half moon pose. Start to take the weight slightly forward. Walk your right hand a couple inches forward to catch underneath the shoulder. Left leg strongly presses up and out. Roll those ribs. Lean into your belly a little bit. If you feel like you back bend in this pose, that's what causes the big kind of dramatic arch and fall out. Try not to back bend. Instead, just lightly stitch the ribs in. Extend your tailbone towards your inner left heel. One more breath. This will be stand at the top of the mat, so close your left foot down. As you lift up, lift your right knee with you. From here, hands behind the head. Draw the navel towards the middle. Really gather your waist here. Without moving the right leg, we're going to turn to the right as much as we can. And then back to center. Turn to the right. Maybe you feel a sense of your crown lifting on the turn. And then coming back to your neutral. One more time. Feel it spiral. And back to neutral. And now bring your left hand over to your right knee or slide it down to the pinky edge of your foot. You might lean forward first to kind of gather your joints and then lift off, press forward. Don't pull the foot across your body. Woo. Keep pressing it out, drawing it in, lift the navel and turn to the right. One more breath. Come through the middle, see if you can keep that leg extended, suck your left thigh, and then step or swing your foot back, runner's lunge. We'll lower the right knee for a moment, lean into the right hand, walk your left foot wide, lizard. Let's worry about, or not worry, but let's focus on the rib cage, rolling up, leaning it away from the left thigh. Hug that right glute, maybe the left arm leans back, 2 breaths. Close the hand down. Center yourself here, coming into wild thing with the right hand as our base. So drop your right heel, right hand is already down, left foot comes up and around. Step it closer to the inseam of your right leg. It doesn't have to be super wide. Then from here, push forward and down with your toes and lean up and back with the heart. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Travel to downward facing dog. Lifting up slowly back to down dog. 2 more rounds of breath. And just making peace with that side. Clearing it out. Now we'll prepare to rock forward for side plank. This time the right hand is the base. Right heel down. Left arm over the ear. See if you can let your ribs arch to the ceiling. Then pull that left knee towards the chest. Reach your hand to hold. Swing it forward to lunge. Make a fist with your right hand for a moment. Release the wrist and elbow. Press it down. Set up your extended side angle. Left palm down. Right heel rolls. Heart starts to spin open. Swing the right arm down and then over the ear. 1 more breath. Reverse the warrior. Press the floor away. Lift the spine. And then back into our extended side angle. Hand to floor outside of the ankle if you can. If not, that's okay. And then into half moon pose. Start to walk your left fingertips forward. So you can pull your torso forward, nice and strong. Right foot begins to press. Heart starts to turn open. Roll those ribs to the sky. Grip the floor. Don't be afraid to use your left hand to drag your heart forward. 1 more breath. Folding at the top of the mat. Close it down. Coming up to stand, left knee lifts towards the chest. Hands behind the head. Start to roll your ribs, revolving left, and then back through the middle. Really try to move only from the ribs, and then also notice how your standing leg responds. There's a bit of a counter twist to help the action. 2 more times. And then we'll take our revolved hand to foot or hand to big toe pose. Come into your softness of your joints. Let everything fold into each other. And then expand it as you twist, navel up and to the left. One more breath. Swing the foot back or step it back slowly. Runner's lunge. Bring the knee down. Walk the right foot out. Turn the knee. And we'll lean into the left hand. Lift up from the chest. Roll the ribs open. Belly is away from the right thigh. 2 more breaths. And close the hands down. Set up for wild thing with our left palm now. It's on the floor. Left heel drops. Strong inner thighs. Take your right foot up and over to the floor just behind your left leg. Push the toes. Lengthen through the spine up to the back of your heart. Last 2. Last 1. 5 or 6 breaths. We'll meet downward facing dog. Adding an ending playful vinyasa, handstand, hopping, child's pose. We'll meet in down dog. 2 more breaths. And take it back. Right leg to the sky. We'll keep the right leg high as we rock into side plank. Left hand, left heel. Pull the right knee, step the foot forward to lunge. Lift and drop your left heel. Extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Side angle lunge, a full round of breath. Half moon pose, come forward. Expand, full round of breath. Close to fold, the top of the mat. Inhale up. Right knee lifts with you. Catch the foot or the opposite or the side of the knee with the left hand. We'll lift and revolve to the right. We'll skip our lunge. Let's step the right foot out, parallel the left foot. Coming down to a revolved, wide-legged fold here. Walk the hands forward, catch the chest. Up and a half lift. And then right hand presses down more strongly. Pull the heart forward. Then roll it up to the left. Now there's a lot of debate about the pelvis here. If your pelvis really wants to lift up to the left, I'm going to say maybe just bend your right knee and try to bring the pelvis a little more in one plane. Whatever feels least stressful. And then close the left palm down, wiggle the hips a little bit. And then let's bring the weight up through the heart. Pull it forward. And then revolve on that plane to the right. You might have to bend your left knee a little bit, that's okay. Focus on the heart, focus on the ribs and that turn. Big strong turn. Close it down, heart pulls forward, and then go on and fold between your legs. Strong support of the inner arches of your feet. Pressing the big toes and the inner heels. One more breath. Lift the heart up slowly. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Revolve the right heel. We're going to skip that lizard variation. We'll come into wild thing on the right. Right hand down, left foot steps, lift, open the heart. Let the belly spread here. High plank. Your choice. Want to flow it back to downward facing dog. Left heel to the sky. And bring it between the hands. Oops, sorry. Actually, we'll keep it up. We're rushing here. Go ahead and roll into that side plank. Left leg stays extended. Then pull the knee. Now step the foot to the hands. Flop it open. Right heel down, right heart lifts, extended side angle, full breath. Lift into reverse. Back into extended side angle, one full breath. Half moon pose. Take the weight just slightly forward. Once you have those legs, roll the ribs. Close it down at the top of the mat. Stand up tall, left knee to chest, right hand to the knee, or slide it down to the foot. Revolve the heart to the left. Go on and swing your left foot, turn it wide, come into that wide leg stance. Let me just readjust here for face value. Now your option is to repeat that revolves on each side with the hand forward, or you can reach first your right hand to your left ankle, and then I want you to lean your heart towards your right ankle and lift the left arm to the sky. So there's a little bit of side bending here as we lengthen and then revolve around the center of the spine. Release whichever version you have. Now maybe it's your left hand rooted under chest again, or your left hand to your right ankle. Lean towards the left ankle, roll the right heart open, press to the sky. One more breath. Hang in your fold at the center. You can bend your knees to re-release if you need to. 2 breaths here. Lift the heart up. Turn to the top of your mat. Now the left hand is going to be our base. Wild thing one more time. Lift and turn up into the heart. Right foot swings around. Press and reach. High plank. Travel to downward facing dog. Let out a slow breath from the mouth. Slow it down in the nostrils. Take a moment to just lean into the back of your skull. Close the eyes and soften them in the sockets. And then we'll meet kneeling. Toes tucked if you would like. Coming up onto the shins. On an exhale, just acclimate your head to knees. And then start to turn your ribs to the right. Reach the right hand for the heel. Lean back, left arm over, side camel. Gently hug the inner knees towards each other. And then your choice to come to the second side, you can kind of rock forward, up, and then start your left twist. Or from here, you can let your left arm lean the heart full camel, and then take your right arm up and over. If you're coming out of it, maybe back up through the middle, take a moment in a child's pose or just seated, or you can roll through full camel again, a full breath, and then back up and to a seat. Maybe not forward folding for a moment. Let's actually keep the energy this way. So maybe leaning back, staring down the tip of the nose if you need to gather your wits. And then I'm going to spin around the long way on my mat, and you're welcome to do this as well. We'll take gate pose on each side. Let's keep the right shin down and take the left leg and step it out from the waist. From here, notice if you're collapsing and that's causing your inner knee to pull. I want you to lift up your left pelvis, hug your thigh in as you press your feet down. Try to create your arch in your left foot. Reach the right arm up alongside the waist, and then we'll lean over the body. As we lean over, the heart turns away. Over, away, as much as you can. One more breath. Lift on up. Pull your left shin in. Step your right foot out. Lift up through the right pelvis. Hug the groins. Find the strength of your right leg. The plug of your foot. Left arm to the sky. From here, we lean over and then roll the ribs away. Two more breaths. Then come up. Bring your right shin in. Tuck your toes. Now you can kind of just pull your feet out in front of you, or you can flip over your ankles and then separate your feet and take a squat for a quick moment. From squat, lean into your left hand, press it away from your chest, pull your heart up. Take your right arm, reach it up and around you. Half bind or full bind around that left shin. While we do this, hug the groins so there's no collapse into the floor. Hug the groins, lift the heart, turn the ribs away from the left thigh. And then second way, we'll expand the right arm down. Big stretch with the left arm, turn the gaze and the heart already. Resist the floor. And then release, come onto your bum, hands forward and plop. Okay, take a moment and just maybe like squeeze around your rib cage, around your waist. Give the skin a little pat or a little shake. We'll extend the legs for an Upavishta Konasana, and it could be a shorter stance today. I'm going to take a slightly shorter than usual for me, so just open out through the feet. Take a moment and let everything get heavy. Feel the plug of your sitting bones down. And then see if you can lift slightly the pubic bone up and back as you bring your heart forward. As your heart comes forward, then start to suck the leg bones back and down. And then however you like to hold the feet or reach to the floor in front of you or stay lifted with your chest. Let's use the inhale to gather the thighs And then exhale to send the heart forward. Slow, deep, methodical breath. Super warming. If you have your jai going, let it be maybe a little bit louder. Last breath. Slowly press your thighs, roll your spine up. You can lean back, bend your knees in for a moment, and then let's just drop the chin and roll the head right and left a few times. And then maybe some figure eights with the chin around that crunchiness of the brainstem. And then take a slow breath through your center. And just seep it into the floor. Let the exhale go. Okay, first round here of our side bending posture. We're going to do the first round with the legs open, and then the next round we'll do with the Janu with the foot turned into the groin. So, Parivrtta, revolve, Janu, Sirsasana, bringing the head towards the knee posture. Let's start by going to the right. So, you'll begin to just reach your torso towards your right leg. As much as possible, let's anchor both sitting bones down. As we lean towards the leg in our side bend, we're going to revolve the ribs away from the leg. So upwards as much as you can. Use the pull of the right side of your navel up and over. And then from here, we'll slowly reach the left arm down and then across the ear towards the foot. Whatever breath allows you to press the floor with your seat, and then revolve your ribs away from the right thigh. One more breath. Release the top arm. Maybe press the hip as you pull yourself through center. Shake it out. Okay, second way. So if you have that on one side, just start to set up the next side. If that just is like way too deep, that's okay. You can take this version where we're up, and once we have the turn, we start to open just a little taller. Maybe even this top hand just catches the head. You can lean back a little as the ribs roll up, and you get the idea of that revolving lateral bend. This is really major for opening up around this part of your waist and the back here, the QL space, and that hip. This is also accommodating, surprisingly, to the shoulders. So you can use a little lift of the heart and press back of that bottom arm. And we'll come up. Go ahead and shake that out. Second time, this time, let's tuck the left heel into the groin. Now we'll lean over the right leg, reaching for the foot. And then start to roll the ribs up as you side bend. And then bringing the left arm across the body over to the right foot. And you can play with where your hands want to go if you have really long arms compared to your leg ratio there. I like to cross over sometimes and then pull up with the top elbow. Draw the inner groins towards each other and press your thighs down. 2 more breaths. And we'll lift up and release. Second way, left leg extends, right foot tucks in. Almost to the finish here. Right arm reaches over the ear. As we side bend, we move all the way from that thigh. One more breath. Ooh. Lift it up. Let's cross the shins again. Let's bring our hands to our knees. Walk your seat back as much as you need to. Close your eyes if you'd like. We're just going to churn, rolling the ribs slowly forward, over and around. Start to slow your breathing down, perhaps releasing Ujjayi breath and just finishing with your natural breath. Slow it down, change the cross of your shins, and then change the direction of your turn. Let this be gentle, let this be releasing and nourishing. Start to sit up. Let's keep the right shin tucked under if you'd like, or you can extend the leg long as we cross the left leg over and then sink the hips. From here, start to turn around your spine, lifting up and over to the left. You can hook the knee, or the right hand might come outside, or it might even reach down to the floor. Heart rises. Try not to force this twist here. Go where your ribs are allowing. As we unwind, let's just lean the other way to the right. Second side, we'll change the legs. Left knee, your shin comes down, right knee over. Find your bum. Lift the heart up, pull the knee in a little while you turn. Turn with the spine. Not the arms. So if you're used to using your arm to shove yourself or to pull yourself into a twist, try to do it instead with your torso, with your trunk. The arm is an accessory. Last breath. Go on and lean over to the left. And then my final offering will be child's pose. Go on and bring your knees together if you would like for just a little more compression for your side waist and your lower back, or as wide apart as you need them. As you fold down, hands might move back. And let yourself just experience everything that comes through here. And you're welcome to stay in that child's pose, or to lift up into a final seat, or you can lie onto your back if that's what you're needing right now. If you're joining me in a seat, let's close the way we began, bringing the hands to the solar plexus, this space of great strength, courage, the way in which we present ourselves to the world. Take a moment to witness yourself, the way that you're feeling right now. And allowing any of those identities or labels to just fall into the background, let them just fade away. Let's finish a final breath there. And out. Hands joining at heart. We're continuing to lie and letting your rest continue past the length of this video, taking what you need. Otherwise, in close, thank you. I appreciate you. And please take a few moments to appreciate your body and your practice. Namaste. Thank you. So thank you so much. If you stuck around, I hope you're feeling well. And as always, this will be